Hey guys, welcome to my newest video for today. For today's video I'm going to be doing the first part of my February 2019 DVD Blu-ray update. This part is going to feature the TV shows that I've picked up throughout the past month, and then in the second part I will be showing the movies that I've picked up. So basically at the start of the month it was my birthday and I decided to treat myself to some movies and TV shows, which will be no surprise to anyone. But yeah, I thought I would just go ahead and show the ones that I picked up, and I decided to split this into two parts because I've got a decent sized stack of both, but it's nowhere near as crazy as my Christmas haul. So I just thought I'd treat myself to some like new TV shows and movies, and then I've got to basically restrain myself for the rest of the year because yeah, I need to actually sit down and watch some of these things. So I'm just going to get straight into it, and starting off with the Blu-rays, I got three TV shows on Blu-ray. So the first one is Supernatural Season 12. I've been slowly making my way through collecting the seasons on Blu-ray, so I now have just one more season to get, and hope then I'll be up to date at least until season 14 comes out on Blu-ray. And I'm actually all caught up with the show. I'm watching it basically week to week as it airs, and I've actually been really enjoying season 14, so yeah, I'm still like enjoying the show and that, and one of these days I would actually like to go back and sort of do a rewatch from the start, but I'd like to do that once it's all sort of like finished. But the way it's going, I don't think Supernatural's ending anytime soon because it just got renewed for season 15. But anyway, that's sort of the plan, because it's been quite a few years since I've seen the very early episodes. But yeah, so I did pick up season 12 for the collection, so that one. And then the other two Blu-rays that I picked up were actually ones I've been meaning to get for the longest time, but when they were initially released, I didn't have the funds to be able to go out and get them. So and now that I want to finally finish off the collection, it turns out that at least in Australia, the Blu-rays are no longer being sold because they were exclusive through JB, and I can't find any trace of them on the website, so I actually had to import these. I imported them from Amazon Australia, and I actually got the Italian editions, but Italy shares the same region of Blu-ray as Australia, so it'll still play, and it has English audio on this. But I picked up Star Trek The Next Generation season 6 and season 7. The covers are Italian, but there's the discs are English, so and they're kind of, I thought that would be cool collector's editions to have. So yeah, this is the first time I've actually imported from you know, somewhere like a different language, so it's sort of quite cool. But yeah, I had seasons 1 to 5 for the longest time on Blu-ray, and yeah, I just wanted to finish out the rest of the shows, so I needed 6 and 7, and they were actually like pretty cheap to get them through Amazon, so that's what I did. So I finished off my Star Trek The Next Generation Blu-ray collection. And now we move into the TV shows with, first up is the one show that I actually haven't seen. I've seen, I watched season 12 of Supernatural when it was airing. I've seen a good majority of season 6 and 7 of The Next Generation. I think there might be a few random episodes that I haven't seen, because I used to watch The Next Generation when it was playing on, I think it was TV1 Hits. I think it's still a channel that's on Foxtel, but it used to have all the sci-fi shows before sort of we got this, like, the Sci-Fi Channel as well. But it's, yeah, I remember watching like old well, to me at the time they were new, but they used to show reruns of Star Trek The Next Generation, and that's sort of how I caught a lot of the episodes back when I was first discovering the show. But yeah, so I just thought because yeah, pretty much everything else I've seen in this in this update, but the one that I haven't is Big Little Lies, and I'm really excited to check this out because I've heard nothing but amazing things about this show, and I also read the book last month and absolutely loved it. And for sort of the basic setting, I didn't think I'd be, because it's like sort of revolves around a primary school, and there's like a mystery going on, and yeah, and like you sort of think for the setting it wouldn't be that interesting, but I was like, yeah, I just had to keep reading to find out what was going on, and yeah, you sort of thought it was going in one direction, and then there'd be a twist and it'd go in a completely different direction. So yeah, I'm curious to see how they've adapted it, because I do know it's they've switched the setting. Like, it was initially like the book was set in Australia, but the TV show the setting got changed to America. I think it was California, but I'm not 100% sure. So but yeah, so that's picked up Big Little Lies. So this is, as I said, the one TV show that I haven't actually seen any, like, in its any episode of, but there we go, that's that one. And then sort of the remaining lot I actually ordered off Amazon, because I was sort of just browsing the TV show section, which is probably a bad idea in hindsight, but I came across some titles. I was just sort of looking them up, and they were ridiculously cheap, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to add them to my collection. The first, and the sort of the show that prompted the rest of this, the DVDs that I have to show, the first one is Hawaii FiveO, which sadly I've kind of dropped the ball on because I stopped watching in season 7. I hit a massive TV slump at the start of 2017. I'm not in the TV slump anymore, but I sort of still need to go back to the shows I was watching at the time of the slump, and yeah, I need to really get back to Hawaii FiveO, because I really did enjoy watching it. Yeah, it's sort of one of the shows that I'm actually I quite miss watching, so I've got quite a bit to catch up on. But anyway, I had seasons 1 to 3, and I never continued to picking up the seasons on DVD, and then I came across season 4 on Amazon, and it was like under $6, and I thought, that's mine. So I picked up, yes, season 4 of Hawaii FiveO. I picked up season 5 and also season 6, so these 2 seasons were $10 each, and yeah, that's really cheap for a TV show here. And I thought, yeah, I need to pick these up while they're that price. So and hopefully in time, I do actually have season 7 sort of saved on like when I was watching it, like, initially, and yeah, and I just haven't got around to watching the episodes. So at some point I will get caught up. There's just a lot of shows that I was like watching religiously, and then yeah, just when that slump hits, even shows that were my favorites, I just didn't want to watch anymore. And yeah, so I need to go back and correct that. But I did pick up some of the seasons I didn't have on DVD. And then to sort of finish off, last but certainly not least, I have here a show that has quickly become one of my favorite shows ever, and I can't believe it's taken me this long to watch it, because I know like how many people like love this show because I see it referenced all the time. And also when it initially got cancelled, like Twitter went into a meltdown over it, and I was like, I didn't even watch the show, and I was at that point, and I was like, oh, I hope it gets renewed for their sake. And then it got picked up by a different network, and so you probably know what I'm talking about now, but it is Brooklyn NineNine, and I picked up seasons 1 through to 4 because when I initially ordered these, I was still watching season 5, and I'm now up to season 6, but I haven't been watching the new season because I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to just binge all the episodes or just watch what I have. So I'm still deciding, but yeah, I thought for the time being I want this show represented in my collection because it's one of my absolute favourites. Because I was enjoying 1 and 2, but it wasn't until about midway through season 3 that the show just really worked for me, and I like devoured the rest of it. Like probably in the space of like a month, I just finished out seasons 3, 4, and 5, and yeah. I love the show. It's just everything, like all the hype surrounding the show is real, and yeah, if you haven't checked it out, which I think I'm like one of the last few people on this planet to have not watched it, but yeah, if you haven't watched this show, I highly recommend it, because yeah, it's just, for me, I love all the different characters. Holt is probably my favourite, even though I also love Terry as well. And yeah, but I think like all the characters are great in their own way, and just yeah, really, like, I mean, it does tackle serious topics as well. Like it's not just like it sort of delves into different, yeah, like it covers like, yeah, it's not just like a straightforward comedy, but it's yeah, I just think this is just a really well done show, and I can't believe it's taken me this long to actually watch it all, or at least make my way through a decent amount with it. But yeah, I'm definitely happy to have this in my collection, because I imagine at some point I will rewatch it, because it's a very easy show to get sucked into. And yeah, so I thought when I saw the seasons like for relatively cheap on Amazon, that I would go ahead and order them. So yeah, I think that's basically everything that I have to show TV show wise. So my next video will hopefully be the movies part for it, because I'm actually waiting on one of the films. I'm still waiting on a film to like a movie that I ordered to come in the mail, so I don't know when that's going to be, but hopefully relatively soon. And I'm also going to be filming a random haul for February, so I've got a few different videos that are coming, and yeah, I'm excited to be able to film them once I have a chance to. So I'm just going to stop it here. So thank you guys for watching, and until my next video, I will see you guys next time. Bye!